Yow, motherfucker, it's your boy Damian Blackmore. I am at Silver Ray Gun Studio, as I always am, and I got a little bit of a blast from the past for me, so I just want to get into some story time. I want to show this off. This is amazing. To actually have my hands on this collectible that I'm going to show you, I never would have thought that I would ever be able to acquire this, and it's something that I used to have, and to be honest with you, there's a fairly good chance I even still have it. I just I would have to go and sift through box after box after box of fucking comic books, and I know for a fact that it's not going to be in the best quality, because it was already in kind of shit quality when I got it, which was 1985. Couldn't have been later than 85. It came out in 83, and it definitely wasn't later than 85 when I got it. So at the end of my street, there was this party store called Jolly Giant, okay? It was extremely dumpy, and my little brother and I always had a theory that the people that ran it were living there too. One time, you know, we went to go and get, they had 3 liters of Faygo, which 3 liters of Faygo were super hard to find back in the day. So my brother and I went to go and grab one from the back of the store, and we saw they had a trundle bed, and someone was sleeping back there. So I know we weren't wrong, we weren't making it up. But anyway, yeah, the party store basically was only good for buying 40s, chips, and Faygo. That was really it. You know, it kind of served. It serviced the factory next door. They had like hot sandwiches and whatever and shit. But beyond that, beyond buying a gallon of milk or something, you're fucked. You can't really do jack shit with this store. And they eventually closed it down and then tore it down. You know, in the back of the store, they had these giant bins filled with comics. And the comics were 10 cents each, you know, so I would go up there with, you know, a handful of fucking change, or sometimes bottles and cans and shit, you know, and get a bunch of comic books. The comics that they had were like, you know, they were not like the best, you know, they were like, you know, the picked over ones, the off-brand ones, but there was something that caught my eye. So I'm telling you right now, I'm about 6 years old, okay? And I saw this comic, and I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But everything is going to make sense if you know anything that I do with my comic company. So here it is. DNAgents. Look at that. Cover art by Dave Stevens. Now, I got to tell you, this left such an impression on me. First time I ever saw side boob like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I bought it for $0.25, you know, and I gotta be honest with you, man, ever since this specific moment, pinup art it has fascinated me. You know, and why wouldn't it? You know, the beauty of the female form is something to behold. All creepiness aside, you know what I mean? But this comic book right here, by artist Dave Stevens, which you got to check out some of Dave Stevens' art, it left such a mark on me. It influenced me, and I am currently doing things like this, like right now with my comic book company. As far as the story, as far as you know, by Eclipse Comics, I couldn't tell you anything by Eclipse Comics. It really wasn't anything that I was into. But I showed my wife Penny this, and she tracked this down for me. And I would have been happy just with, you know, a poster or something like that. She got me, it's in grade A condition. So I have it on my comic rack, and at some point I'm going to show off my comic rack, because it's something I'm really proud of. You got to see it. But this right here, you know, everybody has a moment in their life where something influenced them. But yeah, I couldn't have been older than 6, and this particular piece of art right here sent me in a direction that I've been going in my whole life. My wife Penny got me that for Christmas, right? But she also got something else for me. She got, and I have to take a picture of it. It's literally to my side right now in my studio. It's a full 24 by 36 print of the poster of this artwork. It's so special to me. It's so amazing. I don't even know. I'm almost at a loss for words, because it's one of those things that, you know, it's like, you know, when they say like memory unlocked, like this is a memory from me being a little kid, you know. And the comic books that I got from there, from that party store, God, what was it? Gru was one of them that I got. There was this series called the Omega Men, which is like a rip-off X-Men. I got a big chunk of books of the... oh, God, what was that? There were a lot of Gold Key comics that were in there. I've always been a fan of Gold Key anyway, so I was really into it and stuff. But, yeah, once again, got to show this off. In grade A condition. This ain't going nowhere. I ain't never selling it. I got a digital version of it, so I don't even need to touch it with my fucking hands. It's sealed. It's gonna stay that way. Dave Stevens art on the cover. DNAgents. DNAgents. But look how dope this is. Oh, this is incredible.